One time when my oldest was very young, she walked in on me, you know, getting my nut.
Because I need to, this pussy is not going to eat itself,
So
okay?
I once, if I did keep the evil away.
That you happily married, and
what?
but that's good for our viewership because there's some motherfuckers that love being married, and we should celebrate that.
Yes,
It's not all
especially
about. I ain't trying to be single on purpose, honey.
especially in these days that you know what I'm saying relationships get together, motherfuckers break apart. You know what I'm saying? All of, like
Yeah,
yes, you don't know what's going on in people's houses. You
right.
absolutely don't know what's going on in people's houses. But at the same time, you actually be seeing, you know what I'm saying, you see people get together and you know what I'm saying, and based on what they represent on the outside, you looking at them like, oh, they must be having a good relationship. That's cute, that's good. I'm glad that they together. And then next thing you know, they come on the internet and everybody's getting divorced, and then all of a sudden we got tea dropping left and right, and you're just like, wait a minute, I thought y'all was good. What happened? What is this? What
Right.
is going on here? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, perfect example. We still don't know what the fuck is going on with Remy Ma and Papoose. And this girl is like she's trying to be naked every single time. And I'm looking at her like, girl, what is this? What is this titties out? And I get it, but
Man,
uh,
she
it
She
seemed
just
like you
she
fucking lost your
definitely showing off all that body work, all that,
mind.
that knife work, which no diss to anybody, but let's just call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if I
Call
was
it what it
spending,
is.
dude, if I was spending that much on my shit, girl, you'd be lucky if you see some band-aids over these nipples. You'd be lucky.
I feel you. I feel you.
I'm
You
showing
know,
y'all everything.
I feel you. But the scared motherfucker that I am, because again, I'm looking at it like, yo, it's surgery. And anytime I've been in any hospital where some level of surgery was going on, baby, I was nervous. Matter of fact, I still remember when I was getting ready to give birth to Anaya, and as they walked me in the room, as soon as I saw all the fucking the equipment that they was gonna be using on me, I was getting ready to tell him, yo, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it because of course my last child was a fucking a cesarean. You know what I'm saying? It was,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying? It was a scheduled cesarean. So I was just literally everything. I felt good about everything until I walked in and saw the equipment. I was like, ooh. And I was
Oh
going to
yeah.
say, nah, I don't want to do this. And I
Oh,
guess he
yeah.
felt it. The dude that was walking with me felt it. It was like, nah, 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 nah. Come on in. Everything gonna be all right. This is too late for you to change your mind. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Wait,
Let's go.
wait.
No, this is final. This is not a drill. This we gotta go. We gotta go. So just that alone, the surgery alone would scare me to death. So it's like,
Yeah.
let me stay scared and keep
He's
my
like,
gut. Let
yeah, they
me
was
stay
like, we
scared
already
and
counting
keep
on
my
this surgery
gut, my
money.
saggy titties.
Yeah, we already counting on how we gonna bill for this surgery money. You feel me? That's what they shoot. C-sections are, I would presume they cost more. You feel me?
Oh, I could imagine. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I could
Mm-hmm.
imagine, but baby, any level of surgery scares the fuck out of me. So I'd rather keep the gut that I gained from pregnancy. Keep it,
Man,
keep
I'm
it.
telling you what, see, the thing that I'm so glad that I never started, and I still commend you for saying it, for knocking some sense into me. Sometimes you got to hear it from another woman. You can't just hear it from somebody just generally, right? Or it's
Word,
someone, a trusted source, right? And so when
word.
I considered going under the knife for my own vanity purposes and what have you, I just, there was this thought like, dang, would there be more? You know what I'm saying? Like, what
Definitely,
else? Like, after that? And
definitely.
see,
I mean,
that's
because
what I'm not trying to get into.
right, because you hear these girls. These girls literally they start with one and then it goes to something else. And then it's like and then depending on who you go to, fuck around, he don't do it right. Cause I done seen some asses lopsided and titties
There's a lot of square
lopsided,
booties
all kind of
nowadays.
foolishness. Like,
Uh-huh.
you're not gonna lopside my titties. You're not gonna make me look like a whole experiment. And some of these bitches be coming out here looking like experiments. This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
This shit
Box
is
booties. And it's like, and they was just fine the way that they were, is my notion behind it. But that's easy for me to say because I'm not looking through their lens, and the lens of how society pretty much drills, or I shouldn't blame it on society, but the world that we live in
right.
glorifies products that would enable us to be insecure, right? Keep us insecure.
Exactly.
So I'm just
Exactly.
saying it's that piece right there. It's like, well, what if we weren't insecure? Would these marketing schemes, would these trends affect us as much?
And honestly, I've heard some girls, especially like the younger girls who got this surgery like at 17, 18, 21, when your body's not even developed fucking fully yet. Never mind, you ain't had
Really?
no kids yet. I've
Mhm.
heard a lot of these girls come back and say that the trend now is to have natural bodies, and a lot of them, wish that they never, went that path in the first place, because they literally was fucking with something that wasn't even developed yet. And then at the same time, because it's not developed yet, you turn around and got to do it over. And then even when it's perfect, they got whatever you put in there got to get switched out every 10 years. So 10 years from now, even if it's done as perfect, 10 years from now you got to go
Mhm.
back and switch them out for something else. And it's like,
Right.
nah,
Right.
nah,
It's
I'm
not a
good
one
on
and
that.
done ever.
I'm good. I'm good on that. But you know what I wanted to ask you, because I met a chick today.
Hmm.
I met a chick today, and she bought a pack of the rolling papers, and she says she smokes weed. She definitely, does edibles, and vapes and all of that. But she told me that she can't actually touch weed. That every time she touches weed, her skin breaks out in hives. I was like, baby, what? I've never heard of this. What are you talking about? You what?
It does exist.
Where have
She
you
could
heard
probably,
of this?
I'm guessing that she may have some allergies with regards to other things too, maybe like grass or something. Um, yeah, a lot of us might be allergic to things that we're not even aware of.
No, but you've heard of somebody being allergic to weed?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
She was the first person I met today. I literally asked her, I was like, okay, so how do you roll then? You got a official roller like Snoop Dogg? What we doing? Because she was like, no, I do edibles, you know what I'm saying, sometimes. And I was just like, oh, okay, girl. Okay. She's like, no, because I love weed. I was like, no, I get it.
Yeah. I
I
wonder what specifically,
what?
is it like the skin is like you said her skin breaks out,
Yeah,
right?
she says she get hives.
Right. And
Hives.
so that's interesting, but it's also interesting that ingesting it itself doesn't make her sick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which
So
which made me, because I even said to her, I said, you know what? Maybe it's the particular strains, because not for nothing, you know what I'm saying? At least on the East Coast, it ain't like, for the most part, a lot of people are selling the same strains. It's not too much variety. So it's like
right.
it could be the strain or something. Like, what the fuck? Allergic to weed?
Right. There are some questions that we'd love to ask her too. I also bringing that up. So I got a call yesterday by three chicks that I used to go to high school with, and they were actually some really cool. I would consider them good friends, right?
Nice.
But life, happens and shit. But anyway, they had to happen to be together because they went to like our old high school's football game the other day because one of the girls has like a kid there and shit, and the other ones are just supporters, I believe, if I'm not. But anyway, so I'm like, we were just going through it, like talking about these memories, and it's like, oh my gosh, time is just so fleeting. Like literally, I mean, I don't even remember. Like it was year 2001 where I graduated from high school, and even that doesn't seem like a long time ago, but that's a long ass time ago. You know what I
Girl,
mean?
girl, I graduated in 1990. So go ahead. Go ahead.
You feel me? So I did say, like, you know what? I'd love to have you guys on the podcast because I feel like, and then we should also like bring somebody from like your past, your past in some way. You know what I mean? And
Word.
that'd be wonderful. Like
Hell
I know
yeah.
Fashawn was somebody that you did business with a long time ago, but I'm talking about if
No.
we can, reach out to somebody that you went to school with and let's,
Oh my
chop it up.
goodness. Oh my goodness. That shit. That would definitely take a nice search because it's not like I haven't seen anybody I went to high school with since like way before COVID. Like way before COVID.
Yeah.
Cause you know what I'm saying? Not for nothing. The neighborhood I went in high school with was in the neighborhood that I lived in. So you know what I mean? So that's one thing. And
I hear
while
you.
New York can be, big and small in the same time, it's definitely, hard. It would definitely would be hard pressed for me to even find somebody because I truly haven't spoken to anyone I would go to high school with since way years before.
I know
You know what
ex-boyfriends
I
are out of
mean?
the question for you. So like, we'll think of something. We'll think of something.
Definitely, shit. And you know what? The girl I met today, I should have told. I should have, see it, seeing about getting her on the show. But I did put a post on Instagram like, yo, if y'all heard of somebody like that, or if you know somebody like that, we'd like to invite them on the show. Cause shit, what kind of? How did you even discover this allergy?
Yes.
What
And it
kind
was actually somebody that I was dating. It wasn't like he was allergic, but he would sneeze like all the time around it. And
Oh,
so it was like it made me keen to the fact that we could be allergic to anything, you know what I'm saying? And it's not,
that's true.
but I would never want to be allergic to weed. That sucks.
I literally looked at her like, "What the hell are you? What kind of human are you? Allergic to weed?" But you're right. You know what I'm saying? It could be, and then the fact that your friend was sneezing, it could be just like because let's be honest. When you crushing weed, dust is coming off the weed at the same time. That's the infinite dust that you kind of scrape in the little rolling tray you got. You know what I mean? So as it's as you breaking it up, it could be flying in the air if you're breaking it up by hands, or even as you crushing it. As soon as you open the crusher, those dust particles come out, and I'm saying if you have like sensitive freaking nasals, maybe that makes sense because I might I don't really do perfumes just because of that, because it's like when they're too strong, they just fuck with my nasals, so it's like nah. You know what I mean? So it could be something like that. But it definitely was an interesting conversation today because I was just like, girl, what you mean? Like, so you don't do weed at all? She was like, no, girl, I eat. Hold on. I got edibles and shit. And what's going on?
Thank God for
Like,
that.
okay, girl. Yes, I know. Cause I don't know how you would have made it. I'm but shit. But other than that shit, you know what I mean? Let's let's talk about what the kind of things we, we want to manifest for our season 8. Because after all, you definitely, I still give it up to you for manifesting that 2-day event. We definitely, it's definitely a success to this day. You know what I mean?
We did that, Queen.
And I feel like it definitely has opened an opportunity for what I'm saying, for our future endeavors, especially even with the CWCB Expo, because what I mean, because it was just one day I was sitting around thinking, and I remember how how critical I was of their lunch, the little luncheon, women's luncheon they had this year, and I was just saying to myself, yo, we got something that we know that they could use, and they could make money off of it, and she could make money off of it, and fuck around, we could make a little finder's fee, because the fuck, man, listen, I was thinking about Nikki Nicole of Cannabis Massage LLC, because first of all, I want to see all of us succeed. Let's bottom fucking line. I want to see all of us fucking make it in this business. Second of all, like I said, I thought about that women's lunch that they had, and because I was in the Javits Center and I saw the lunch and I saw the little section that they had for the women's pavilion, I said no. if we introduce them to Nikki and they decide to add a massage class, a cannabis massage class, even one class, because they're first of all, I'm pretty sure them women paid either $75 to $100 to sit in that little luncheon section. So if you could give $75 or $100 to them, you could give that shit to Nicole, and Nicole could teach a class of 50, make a nice little change.
Come on now.
And Motherhood Sex Marijuana needs a finder's fee. Yes, we need a finder's fee for that. And everything good. And then you introducing some new shit that to make that will attract more people to come to the fucking expo in the first place. Boom, boom, boom. And then again, that's also establishes us as a relevant. I mean, we already a relevant entity with CWCB, but that gives us more establishment. You feel me? I was thinking about this shit. I was like, yeah. I made sure I sent the idea to them. They responded. They said they loved it. And they told me that, when they get closer to planning, they're going to hit us up to get the planning together. I was like, yeah.
Excellent, Queen.
Hello.
See, that's the magic. That's the human currency. And it's like, that's how I knew at Jayangelo and Ree's house that you was going to be my homie. Because also, or I didn't know whether you was going to be my homie, you was going to be my, the next business collaborator. And I feel like it was business first, and then it was like, nah, you a cool lady. I fucks with you. And that's priceless. You know what I'm saying? And that's that magic, because I've never studied body language or nothing like that, but sometimes I'll be watching some of this shit like, do y'all even talk? Do y'all even like each other? Like, you seem to be like low blowing each other, and it's like, it makes me lose credibility for them, because it's like, you over here on some like raw sisterhood shit, and you're dissing your sis right here, and that is not okay. And neither it is when dudes do it too. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about breeding competition amongst us, and we don't need to be competing amongst us. We need to be fucking uplifting each other. How the fuck you think? Hello, you gotta get up there, and you got a way to get me up there. Pull me up. The fuck?
Real talk. That's what it means.
Like, come on, especially if you know I'm not on some bullshit like that. Like, one of the things that I face sometimes, going out and it even reminded me today as I was, trying to sell my book, that naturally, what I'm saying, as a New Yorker, even people regularly, once you see people walking up to you, trying to sell you you think automatically they trying to shiest you or some way, you know what I mean? And I do my best, to give off that I'm an honest motherfucker. I don't like no bum. I don't look like I'm trying to rob you, or do I rob people, period. I have a product and I'm trying to sell it.
Right.
And even in that attitude, even in that aspect, I'll get people, trying to act, give me their shoulder or their ass to kiss. Like the first girl I walked up to today. I literally was walking up to her and I saw her do this. And then I didn't peep it right away. So when she did this, I did that with her, and it was like, and then she just stopped and had this attitude on her face. And I was like, all right. And I just kind of was like, all right, bitch, fuck you. And in my head, as I was walking away, I was like, you know what? People really be looking at you, like you out here trying to shice people. Yes, because people do be out here trying to shice people. But look at me, fam. Like, I don't look, I got a shirt with my fucking face on it. What the fuck? Like, if I was trying to shice you, I'm not going to walk around with a whole fucking shirt with my fucking face on it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty of times I have this shirt on and I don't even remember, that, I'm wearing the podcast shirt and I'll be like in Walmart, not Walmart, because ain't no Walmart over here. I mean Target, and I'll be in Target, and somebody, and as I'm paying for something, they'll be like, "Hey, is that you on the shirt?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Watch your phone. Pull up. Yeah. Type the whole word. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm all into my own thing. But again, A shyster is not wearing a fucking shirt with her fucking face on it. Like, come on. Like, I'm not doing that. Never mind the fact, again, take a good look. I don't look like I'm trying to, I mean, I don't look like none of that. I give off, I
You
give
look
off,
like money. Let's just
you know
say
what I'm saying?
that.
I give
You
off
be
like
looking
I'm trying,
money.
like what I'm doing
Yeah.
is honest. So therefore,
Yeah.
don't treat me like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
But and you know what I'm saying? The fact is that it's natural for humans to automatically think bad before good first. And it's a damn shame that, our society, our, everything around us kind of, raised us to be like that. Like for
It's a
real.
frequency. There's a lot of fear emitted everywhere. I'll say that.
Mhm.
There's a lot of insecurities, as we spoke of. And I think being aware of our own insecurities really is powerful too.
Word.
Not letting it debilitate us, definitely not. But if you're aware of something, then you're able to manage it better. And you're not
Mhm.
then even lying to yourself either, because it takes a lot of balls to talk to somebody about anything, let alone something that you believe in, let alone something you are trying to sell. So it's like there's people that just will not do it. You know what I mean? And it's because it's that scary for them. And so I never downplay somebody trying to do something. You feel me? And then another thing is like it's a good lesson for us all, because it's like, yeah, maybe we're not necessarily interested in purchasing anything, but maybe we know somebody, like you just knew that we have a connect with this massage therapist who would be wonderful for this conference. And it's all about like, oh, well, maybe I can't buy that or buy that lotion, but you know what? My mom would love it. So I could buy it from her, or I could take her
Right.
card and she can buy it from you. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And I think that because the world is so like for instance, after the pandemic, we're all forever changed in some way or another, right?
Indeed.
So what it
Indeed.
takes, I think there was more of like a simplicity in my own life. So it's like there was more of a I got time today. You know what I'm saying? I think we got more time for things. And I think that
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with just hearing somebody out as well. And so if anyone's listening to this and you want to share your product and you want to, this ain't Shark Tank, but you can definitely come and promote yourself.
Oh yeah, we love that. We
Mhm.
absolutely are big supporters of small business, and we want small businesses to grow too. We're
Yeah.
not into to the. I mean, yes, there's times where it's necessary to support a big corporation like a Target or like a Macy's, because that's what it is. But if we all had a choice, at least I feel that if we all had the choice where we could buy at the small mom and pop, we would buy at the small mom and pop, because mom and pop would shit. It would be probably 9 times out of 10 be a mom and pop that that you grew up with. You know who they
Mhm.
kids, they grandkids. You know somebody in their family. So you know where they live at. You know what I'm saying. So therefore, you know for a fact that they got this business in order to support their household, in order to support the kids that go to the schools and college and shit. They're not out here robbing people or killing people. They genuinely got a business, and the business obviously, is keeping them up. You know what I mean? And one thing I realized, living in New York, is that New York is definitely filled with a city full of hustlers, whether it's,
Mhm.
your regular 9 to 5, or you know what I'm saying, you have a product and you putting it out, or you work with somebody that's selling certain products. You will bump into people like that all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So and so you taking a few dollars to support them, sometimes for you it's just okay. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this book, or I'm gonna go ahead and buy this lipstick from this girl or whatever. It's like you don't understand how much that means to that person, because that person literally stood there, or was walked up to you and was like, yo, I'm introducing something and I'm hoping you support me. Like, I'm not big enough to be in a bookstore, or you know what I'm saying, I am in a couple of libraries, but not here in New York City. So it's like, you know if you see somebody like that, and they genuine, you can see it, feel the vibe, why not support? because that shit means a lot to that person. Like literally, when I sold all the books after I met with that chick that ignored me, I literally bumped every person I bumped into bought a book, and then I was walking up to weed smokers.
Beautiful.
I was like, this is the park. Somebody's got to be out here smoking weed. This don't make no sense. It's a nice day, and of course I bumped into weed smokers, and they were like, "Word, rolling papers." And they was like, wait, what's that on your shirt? Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Support. I'm not clearly again, it's all about, support and small. You can't call yourself, you know, not wanting to see, the little man win when you yourself walking down the street is a little man. Like whether when you work for a 9 to 5, you a little man in that company. And you know what I'm saying? So it's all about support. You can do it. If you can do it, do it. If you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe hit the social media. Maybe, spread the word, tell a friend.
Watch an episode or two. Give us a couple of likes.
That company's growth. You're, you know what I'm saying? And every step of that way, when it's the small steps at this age, that should mean a lot to the artist. Best believe. Best believe. Because when they get big, they don't give a. I mean, they give a fuck, but they they'll pay attention like that. I mean, you see it yourself. Some of these motherfuckers get huge, and you can't. You know what I'm saying? It's hardly little times when you see them do something for the little man. You know what I mean? So,
well,
yeah.
I pray that changes more, and then I hope that we're presented with more opportunities to be able to do that, to feed the community. I was just talking to members of my congregation over here about grant writing and stuff, right? And it's like, man, I just keep hearing grant writing, and I'm like, I'm trying to get it on for us. You know what I mean? And so I think it's just that it's excuse me, it's kind of like, think of it this way. When somebody wants uh, to do something serious, like whether it's taxes or something like that, right?
Yeah.
You usually have to get certified in some manner. It usually requires some sort of education, some sort of, like focused energy somewhere. And so teaching yourself something, which is what we do all the time. And whoever's watching this, it might be something you can relate to. It's like, it's kind of trial and error, trial and error. You think you know, and you're trying to like, oh, shoot. And then you got the government involved, and you're like, oh, damn, how do I get away with that? You know what I'm saying? And so it's a whole nother thing. But trust and believe, this brain has been working. And I think in divine timing, there's going to be a flow of energy that keeps pumping this mission forward. This community is so deep and so rich and so positive, so there's no way why it wouldn't succeed.
Word.
So I think this is really humbling. I was watching some of our old episodes, like, wow, we've come so freaking far just as people, like, and just in this existence, and living as from a perspective of having a relationship, of not having many relationships, and then to like, dang, that my phone is so dry, but my heart is so full. What is going on?
Word. Word. I mean, the fact is that the growth of this podcast represents not only our growth, but just the growth of our community, period. Because again, we still, I mean, shit, when you was here in New York, you know what I'm saying? We had people and we had a whole person in our face telling us, yo, I've been following y'all. Yeah, I think I want to do a podcast
that
like
was
that.
breathtaking.
I'm not sure, but at the same time, I see what y'all doing. That's motivation. That is motivation. And at the end of the day, it also represents that just when you think nobody's watching, just when you think nobody cares, or they just they sucking big dick of the big wig. You know what I'm saying? We'll get an email, a note, something, DM, something that says, "Girls, keep going. Love what you're doing. Been watching what you're doing." And we love that shit. And we want to
everything
grow. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly why it's going to continue to grow.
And
That's
my
it.
nephews, who I had like, I pretty much view them as my own children before I had my own, right?
Right.
They was telling me that they were watching and keeping up, and especially with the New York trip, and I was just like, it was overwhelming. It was like, wow, like y'all care about this shit? Like that's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, we created because again,
You
it's all real. That's the best part of our shit is that it's all real. We smoke weed. You see us smoke on this screen, and we don't give a fuck that YouTube and its algorithms don't like people smoking on camera. We still do it. Okay.
We're doing
We,
us.
we damn sure talk about sex. I mean, the people that are watching and criticizing, they're having sex too. I don't. No, I'm not in your bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but I know you are fucking too. You know what I'm saying? We fucking. Everybody's fucking. You know what I'm saying?
They're wrong with it,
You
baby.
know what I mean? So to talk and people are talking about it. People are having very good and deep conversations about fucking. And marijuana will always be a staple. It will always be a staple. And then on top of the fact, when we could go back and go back to motherhood because we're great mothers. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that we have discussed on this show exemplifies anything of bad parenting, of not paying attention, of not having conversations with the children, of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's two different levels because you know what I'm saying. One, you do it one way, I do it the other way, but we still both doing it. Ain't nobody on here talking some stupid shit about, oh yeah, I have these kids. I don't give a fuck about none of them. If they eat, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
We
nah.
not like that, and never will
And
be.
that we do that every penny it goes to the house, it goes to the bills and make sure the kids are good. And yes, we find a way to scrape a couple of changes together, a couple of cents together to buy some ganja. Yes, we do. Uh-huh. So
Always.
nobody on here that that ever watched the episode could ever say that. Yeah, I bet their kids is home dirty and they don't get new shit and they spend all their money on weed. Nah, you ain't never gonna see that.
Well,
You
or
ain't
they're
never
not loved on,
you
they're
ain't
not cared
you ain't
for.
never even gonna think that. You're gonna automatically see us, see our beautiful faces, and say yes. Them girls they take care of themselves and they take care of everybody that came out of them. You damn right. You most certainly motherfucking right.
Man, and
Yeah.
talking about coming out of people,
We not pregnant again. We back
no,
not pregnant again.
no,
Who pregnant?
no,
Who
no,
pregnant?
no, I'm not talking about pregnant. I'm just talking about sexo. What you
Oh
talk? I'm
yeah.
leading up into that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh yeah.
you knows what you knows, queen.
Girl, yeah, I know. Cause I know you need some bad, definitely. But at the end of the day, I
I
think
have a
like this.
confession.
Oh, we have a confession about getting some or
Well, it's been a long time since I actually got some.
okay, that's
But
okay.
let's just say that happened in the park.
Right. Yes. Ooh, we.
Yeah.
You know what? First of all, girl, I'm gonna tell you that when you told me about that, I was like, girl, you know how long it's been since. I mean, I do it to myself, but so it's normal for me, but then it's like, wait a minute, when has the last time? Even my husband know it. He's like, nah. I don't. No, let me
That's
put
my
this on.
thing.
I need no, I don't need fingers. Is wasting your time. Go over there. I do this. The middle one is the one that needs to be in the middle. Your middle and my middle. We middle. Okay, that's the only middles you know what I mean. I keep like even when we first met, I don't even remember he even did that. Even back in the day, like that was like high school for me. Like
That's my shit, though.
so
That's
it's
my
like
shit.
oh,
Yeah.
you know. Shoot, I think if my husband did that today, I'll probably be looking at him like, "What you doing? What we doing? What, the other thing don't work? It's not working right now. Let me help you. I'll make it work right now. Cause
Shout out to my sister because she's like,
not gonna do it for me. At least I don't think so. Well, my do it for me. Let
she
me
was
stop.
telling me like you can't trust everybody's fingers either. You feel me? Like let's just be real about it.
That's true, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Girl.
Kai Storm in the building. Motherhood Sex Marijuana. Rolling Papers in the building. Motherhood Sex Marijuana merch in the building. If you're here, we thank you and we most certainly appreciate you. But we want you to spread the word, tell a friend, subscribe, make sure and get yourself some rolling papers. And of course, if you want to sponsor an episode, if you want to be on an episode, if you have products you want to show us that we want to show the people, come through. You feel me? Motherhood Sex Marijuana rolling papers, merch, YouTube, subscribe, fight all the algorithms and let us get in. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people be thinking that it's gay for men to get manicures. No, bitch, that's a good thing. Him willing to go to the nail salon and have thing long buff and clean under them nails is a good thing. Don't even be mad at that. Matter of fact, if he ever needs you to pay for that, help him pay for that. Agreed. I mean, it's just, come on now. The fact is, fingers, you know what I'm saying? People got shit under their fingers and they touch your face anyway. Not even just your pum pum. I'm talking about just your face. You could be bringing something to my face because you don't wash your hands. No.
Girl, I wasn't thinking about that. I was in the mood.
Of course, in the mood, you wasn't even worried about that. Of course. You know what I mean? But and obviously, thank goodness you didn't have no situations that happened after that for you to me, feeling any kind of different. But yeah, that's definitely something to pay attention to, honey. Because girl, if the men that get their nails done are the clean men, they definitely be checking under their fingers because they get their nails done, and that's good.
I'm sure that I could do a better job at certain things, and that's the point. We can all get better, right?
Oh, of course, honey, of course.
But I have this absolute fantasy of being dominated. Because I'm more.
You could really be dominated because you got a strong personality, and I feel like when people with strong personalities, it's like, bitch, who you talking to? Like, you might not say it like that, but at the same time, I could see you be like, hold on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stand for injustice ever.
I don't want you to talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? You would say it like that, where I would say, bitch, who you talking to?
But it's like, no, but seriously, like, Queen, it's just like there has to be a trusting situation there. Like, once that trust is established, then one can just let their guard down and not feel the need to be defensive. In fact, I would love nothing more but to surrender. Like,
because then that means the relationship has definitely gone to a good place. Because obviously we got to get to a good place in order to get to a trusting place.
Correct.
You know what I mean? We got to know each other. You know what I mean? You already know what I like, and I know what you like, and I ain't, ain't no secrets. Me, all of a sudden ain't gonna pop up out of your pocket. You know what I mean? And I just got to figure it out after I hear a secret. Like we've established, because you see some of these relationships, baby, in these streets,
girl,
the secrets pop out, and then it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this?
So y'all can call me a freak, y'all can call me whatever you want, but I ain't never lied. Okay, let's just say that. Right. So once I do re-enter, right, I'm gonna talk all about it. But right now we still Trump tight down. You know what I'm saying? We're holding it down. POP.
Hello, because at the end of the day, that's the grown way to do it. Love you first to the point where, you know what I'm saying, and know you first so that the person with the right energy, the right vibe, the exactly what you want, and no judging, no checking pum pum facts. Nigga, am I checking your dick facts? Why you checking my pum pum facts? You know what I mean? None of that. You know what I mean? Because in 2024, you dare to ask me how many what? What happened? Would you like me to suck your dick? Because now I want to. No, now I don't want to. Now you could go home because the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And like that would be my approach. Like, come on, like, like nowadays relationships have to be really, the foundation of trust has to be mad strong,
Absolutely.
mad strong. You cannot walk into nothing that even if your intuition is telling you something, listen,
Yeah.
immediately listen.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't walk into where your intuition is making you question shit.
Absolutely not. Because I've denied that power so many times and it got me to shambles. Let's just say that. And so it's more, I'm really proud of myself. I keep saying that, but really, because when a motherfucker thinks that they're a sex addict, for real, like shit doesn't get so funny anymore. It's more like, dang, you really need to do some soul searching. You need to do some therapy or whatever it takes. Talk to a shaman because you are getting a little out of control. And this ain't on some like, no, not what Queen was alluding to of like someone's personal business. This was my own destructive path. It was on a destructive path, and my sexual energy is very strong. That's the same energy that people used to create. But when all you're doing is fucking and not creating shit, what then does that do? You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And when it's emptiness, what does that do? And so having to pull that back completely, where now I'm giggling about getting finger banged because it ain't happening for me like that. That's how real this shit gets.
Yes.
Mhm.
But yeah, yeah, it, and but keeping it real with yourself is also part of the foundation of knowing yourself and bettering yourself for whatever future relationships that come along. You know what I mean?
And
Because
for myself.
exactly, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this is the time where you can use to find out, what you're not tolerating, what you're not dealing with, and just put that out in the air like, nah, don't bring none of this my way. Like go away, go that way, go that way. Like and then use, yeah, like you said, like use, that creative energy to be to do something different that'll make you feel good. Like I feel like, what I'm saying, when you're making music you absolutely feel good, you know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
that's one way to put it out, you know what I mean?
When
uh
I do this, I absolutely
when we
feel
doing
good.
this, we definitely are pushing out good energy, so that works out. And then like for the podcast, you know what I'm saying, I definitely be telling you, you know what I mean, to do, to do more advertising and more videos and whatnot, you know what I mean, because that is another way to get the energy out. Just get it out, because at the end of the day we need it to market for the podcast, but also the creative, the creative juices are flowing, and we able to attract more shit by reaching out to more people. Because of course I know they love seeing me, but shit, they know the podcast is not just me, it's me and you know what I mean? Because even, matter of fact, that just reminded me, one of the dudes I sold the rolling papers to today, he pulled it out and then he was looking at it and then looking at me, because it was like two DJs. Matter of fact, they was telling me they DJ name. I wasn't paying attention, but your man was talking to me, and at the same time the dude sitting down, he looking at the picture of us and looking at me, and he's like, okay, so this is you, right? And then he's like, well, who that? And I was like, yeah, that's my partner Ruby. She don't live out here though. Because I figured he was gonna say, yo, where's she at? Hey, she don't live out here. So chill. I'm here and I'm already married. So thank you for buying the papers though. Appreciate you. Go, I'm going, go. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, your face needs to be seen as marketing the podcast too. So you putting your energies and things like that. And then I remember, if I remember correctly, let the clouds cloud if I'm bugging, but I remember somebody was going to start some kind of reading podcast, or reading something, that she was reading a book and she was going to be criticizing it on her YouTube channel or something like that. I remember she was going to do. You know what I'm saying? You can put energy into that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all our creative juices is about putting them out and making sure, I feel for me, making sure that there's something here that says we was here when we gone. You feel me? Everything I do creatively, for me, I do it because I want something here that says Kai Storm, aka Jennifer Ford. Yes, that's my government. She was here and she did something. And it's always gonna be remembered somehow, some way. You know what I mean? Because this thing is gonna get bigger. And we're gonna have you know what I'm saying, nationwide, worldwide, we're gonna have that. So when we going, it definitely has to, it has to show everything that we've done, everything that we've created, everything that we are. You know what I'm saying? It has to, explain us as real people and not fucking AI bots. Because
Right.
I'm thinking today, 9 times out of 10 motherfuckers out here on fucking these screens is AI bots. We not AI bots, motherfuckers. We
Not
real,
at all, baby.
real motherfuckers. We real mothers that smoke
We
weed
ain't even using a
and
filter.
damn sure run this podcast. So what's good? Okay. So
This is
yes,
all real, baby.
I'm definitely giving you encouragement for you to,
Thank
what I mean, put that energy into other things because you
you.
have other things in you. You absolutely have a list of fucking things you
Right.
do. You know what I mean?
You
Fucking
absolutely right,
definitely
Queen.
shouldn't be on stall. It should be out. It should be, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, as you're going to be doing this, as putting out your art, the more you put out your art, the more you're going to feel good about, how you use the energy in the first place. You feel me? And again, the name of the game is for us to have a legacy that's left when we gone. Somebody gonna remember Kai Storm and Ruby Dog. Fuck you.
Definite. And
Fuck
you know
you.
what? Thank you for that ongoing encouragement, really. We've had many talks on this subject. I think it's and one thing I don't talk about enough is like my depression, like for real. Like it gets to like I'm
Girl,
clearly a
I'm
laughy.
talking about that shit my damn self.
Yeah,
I be depressed like a motherfucker, yo. And but I don't like talking about that shit because at the end of the day, I don't want to hear myself talk about that shit.
I
I
hear you.
I want to hear myself say, "Yo, the good shit is happening." Even when I'm getting all these motherfucking no's, something is fucking happening. Somewhere I'm getting a yes.
Yeah.
Somewhere. So just all you gotta do is just be patient for the fucking yes and keep working towards a yes. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Sitting down and just being crying about the spilt milk. Nah, fuck that. Wipe that motherfucker up. Let's go figure out another store that sell milk cheaper. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's figure out a way to get another milk, nigga. Because with this sitting down here crying about it, nah, fam. Nah,
Mm.
that's I'm not letting depression win. I'm not letting stress, depression, none of that motherfuckers win.
That's
Nah, you're
right.
not gonna win this game. I'm gonna win.
That's
I win,
right.
you lose. Like motherfucking Nicki Minaj said. I win, you
And
fucking lose.
hey, that's right. And see, you know what? I appreciate that because it's not like even debilitating at time. It's just like sometimes I just don't finish things that I start because and it's just I just simply don't do it. And I put it off. But it's like, girl, you cannot put it off any longer, and see how you can help yourself quantum leap instead of holding yourself stagnant. And it has been stagnant for me on a marketing approach because I didn't I guess I didn't feel like it was going to be authentic, and maybe I should have been more honest about that with you.
Mm,
Whereas now, from a place of just more calm, I'm just not no expectations, not needing anything really, not wanting anything. Excuse me, but in the sense still have that pressure of needing to provide all the time.
word.
But see, I like felt that way since I was like 13 years old. So the way
Mm,
that you get through these things too, like I tend to just bulldozer it through too. But then it just comes to like a screeching halt at sometimes, and that needs to stop.
word.
I do appreciate the vulnerability there. I didn't expect to do talk about that.
Nah, but it's a good thing to mention because it's a real. life,
Right.
thing that you go through. You know what I'm saying? When, especially if like you're in a situation where shit, you literally trying to, you know what I'm saying, do what everything that you're trying to do. You're trying to do something to make sure everything is great, but then there's certain shit that's falling through the cracks, and it's like it's falling through the cracks because you don't have certain things in place. You know what I mean? So as you trying to fix shit, you know what I mean, you getting knocked down, you getting no's, shit is happening, you know what I mean, that you can't control. And at the end of the day, it's like while you on that floor, you laying there, and every fucking hit you got to get to that floor hurts. You got to get up and be like, you hit like a bitch. Fuck you. Let's go. What's
It's
good?
not getting turned on by it, right?
What's
Shit.
up?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Even if you faking it in your head. Matter of fact, today, I'm gonna go ahead and mention this. Shout out to EENY Eyewear, the two CEOs.
Shout out ENY.
They're a couple, and I went to pick up my glasses today because something happened to the glasses I bought from them. The scratch, they was all scratched, so I gave them to them to fix, and so I went to pick them up today before I started doing my selling and shit, and we had a conversation where she was telling me, you know what? Sometimes the devil is you. Sometimes it's all your bad habits. It's, all the fuck shit you get into. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's, all the bad things that you doing. It's literally the devil sitting on your fucking shoulder. And that devil, it represents you. And once you realize that, you're able to, move with differently, because you don't want to do that. You don't want to be that. You want to be the a better person. So because you realize that motherfucker sitting on your shoulder, you like, nah, I'm going this way. You know what I mean?
Word.
And like I always say, everything happened for a reason. That conversation needed to happen today. Cause dead ass, when she was telling me,
Beautiful.
I literally quieted down when she said that shit. I was like, shit, I feel that.
That's a lot of accountability.
You know what I
That's
mean? And she was
definitely a lot
talking,
of growth.
telling me, and she was talking about herself, but as you know what I mean, I felt it because I was like, yes, I get what the fuck you saying, and that's real. That's real. And I obviously needed to hear that today.
Word.
Word.
I could hear that. I needed to hear that too.
You know what I
I
mean?
appreciate that sharing.
So,
I
yeah.
need to stop using that word because I heard because it's if you break it down, there's the H word in it. So I'm gonna say appreciate love. I appreciate love that.
Oh,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate love that. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, you know what I mean? And after I walked away from her, I was like, yes, I needed to hear that. You know what I mean? I needed to hear that. Because I was even talking about, how sometimes, you have expectations and shit. She was like, yeah, but even the expectations, you put too much time in your expectation, and then when it happens, the moment is gone. You forget all the work you and all the time you put in having the expectation in the first place.
That's
And
bars.
what when I tell you, I was like, I
Come
was listening
on.
to her and I was quiet. I was like, yo, you know what I mean? I said, man,
Wisdom.
wisdom like a motherfucker. And obviously, I needed to hear that today.
Yeah, and it's wisdom for yourself to accept it and to share
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
You.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's why, you know what I mean. I'm glad. Well, shit. Obviously, everything happens for a reason. It needed to be shared. That needed to be happen in order for me to share it with you and share it on this conversation, so that anybody that hears this first episode definitely will be hearing this and be feeling this as we felt it too. You feel me? Because that's one of the main things we do. We inspire. You know what I mean? We're not sitting here just getting high. We talking shit. We inspiring ourselves.
Yes, indeed.
Because The fuck, it's shit. We need inspiration to do this every day, especially when we know the algorithms don't like us. Especially when we know the algorithms don't. Because best believe today, that was one of the main things. Anytime that people was trying to look us up, I was like, yeah, they hate us, so you gotta type up. They're like, for real? I was like, yeah, type it. And literally, and one dude was like, oh shit, did you just follow me? I was like, yeah, I just follow you. I mean, I still gotta type the whole shit. You still gotta type the whole shit, fam. Type it in.
Mhm.
The last AM marijuana, our faces shut up. I was like, see,
Boom.
yeah,
Yeah.
the algorithms are fighting us. But yes,
Well, we gonna fight them back.
we
And
fighting them back. We fighting
multi-
them back because at the end of the day, we got the next stop, like we said when we ended season 7, live shows. That's the next stop.
Come on now. And you can't AI that shit now, can you?
You
With
ain't
a
gonna be
whole
able
ass
to.
well, I mean you could, but not the way we
It,
do
it,
it.
it ain't gonna be the same. It ain't.
No, baby, because we got soul, baby.
We got some,
Definitely.
you know what I'm saying. And if Nori and his peoples could smoke weed and get 1,000,000 views, I don't understand why we can't get 1,000,000 views. The fuck we doing? But we working on it. We working on it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not fair, guys. Change that.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, oh, well, we already got you do know we already got one guest booked for season 8.
I see that you booked us on a
Yes.
show. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
With the
And
show.
I think the next person I'm gonna try to get on is go back to Bougie Stoner because she did show interest in coming on and
Hell
coming back
yeah.
on, and I damn sure want to see what's going on with her. You feel me? So
Get it.
you know what I mean? And shit. And the name of the game is hey. Of course, me and Ruby could do the show every episode, just us, because the fuck. We want people to come on. We want people to,
Absolutely. Add some more flavor to the pot. You feel
you know what I mean?
me?
Advertise your products. If you got products, you got music. We definitely have talked to rappers in the past. You know what I'm saying? I
Absolutely.
see Spontaneous doing a lot of music now. I was like, oh, your man is coming out with some nice jams. He doing good.
Awesome.
You know what I'm
Good
saying?
job. Shout out Spontaneous.
You know what I mean? And then you know what I mean. So shit, if you whatever you
Shout
got,
out Allie, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I mean? So all you gotta do is hit us up. We get you on the schedule and shit. And if you got a show you want us to be on, it shit, hit us up. We like talking to other people. We like talking to other people on other
Absolutely.
shows. Shit.
Queen, I also have some live shows going on this month. I got invited to do it the 22nd and the 29th. They're both Sundays.
Oh,
So I
nice.
won't be able to record on the I'll shoot you a message, but I'm so excited. The person who invited me is this amazing, beautiful lady, Queen. I want to get her on the show too. She's a healer and she's also an artist. I think she said she was like 64 years old, but she looked like she's in her 30s. She's
Oh,
obviously a melanated queen and she's gorgeous and she has a story to tell for sure. So I want to
nice.
get her on. And yeah, I'm gonna be, posting some footage of that performance. You feel
Oh,
me?
good. So wait, I'm recording with our next guest is next week, right? If I remember correctly, it is next week,
I
right?
think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely got to be next week. I'm pretty sure. Let me make,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
but if not, I could always record with her by myself. That's not an issue. But no, yes, I'm looking forward to that. Yes, we definitely want to see posts about that video. Shit,
Come on.
whoever you got as a fucking photographer for you for the night, somebody got to get to it. You got to assign somebody to
My
be
9-year-old.
for the night. Like, listen, you my paparazzi, okay? You follow me, you take pictures, okay? You don't say nothing, you take pictures, you do video, that's it, you post. That's what you job today, okay? That's you know what I'm saying? You sit in the corner, you my
Oh my
paparazzi.
gosh.
That's it. You make
Freaking
sure
hilarious to
I'm
me.
doing that. And yes, I remember to make sure and to not even book nobody on them days. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Because after all, I think as far as us concerned, we could start at the end of October. Start season in the October, beginning of November. We got time.
Hey,
A
that
couple
sounds
episodes
dope.
together before and shit. Like I said, we the name of the game is to get bigger and do better. Yes, we
And
gonna.
you know what? I just remembered that Mia and I are supposed to create a new song. So I'm gonna be working on the beat this or find looking for a beat this week for it. And I'm
Nice.
gonna record some for her and shoot it over.
So wait,
And
you make your own beats, or you just get
oh
other?
no. I
Oh,
just
just
either go on YouTube or like from the archives of like, homies that have produced some beats, just
no.
like kind of like what feel that I'm trying to go for. It's gonna have to, I feel like this is gonna have to be an original beat. So I'm gonna have to like dig from the archives.
Nice,
You know what
nice.
I'm saying? And then
Okay,
that way we
cool.
can have that ready in time for the drop as well. We got
Nice.
to retire the beauty. As much as I love beautiful ladies too, we need we need another song for the theme music that's intentionally for motherhood, sex, marijuana.
Word, word. Okay, cool. So that because yes, that'll be work. That'll definitely work. You know what I mean? Having a whole new theme song. Yes. Hell
Absolutely. And
yeah.
if you're trying to jump on a mic, then come on with it.
No, 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 no. You know I ain't gonna do that. You know I ain't finna do none of that bullshit. You know I ain't finna do
I
that.
think it's so I think it's so beautiful, right? It's not necessarily ironic, but it's beautiful that you're like the hip hop master, like the scholar, let's say, and you know about the history involved, and then I'm the one that's over here rapping and shit. And
I mean, shit. But that's what makes it. It makes it a whole good, combination. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You got bars, and I'm just gonna be on the side like, yeah, those is bars. And if they ain't bars, I'll be like, girl, we might need to.
I bet.
We
Yeah,
might. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying. I just saying we might need
me,
to,
get
go
me.
back in the booth. I don't know. Go back in the booth.
Please, please. That's love right there, please. And then also Queen, I think you do have bars. It's just that you prefer to write them out. That's that
Basically,
part. That's
basically, I prefer writing them out than actually saying them. That's true. That's true. Definitely. And it's so funny too because I also need well, I did tell her to email us when she was ready, but I did on this website called Alignable. I actually met this older woman. She actually has her little a cannabis podcast on YouTube too. And I definitely told her, we would love to chit chat to you because after all, we love the grandmamas. You know what I'm saying?
come
Shit.
on
You know what
now.
I mean? Especially grandmama that love God. Just stop playing
Go
with me.
home.
Like, girl, I
Come
made
on.
her. So all she got to do is email us, and we definitely gonna schedule some time with her. So we definitely got some shit coming up for the season.
Mm,
Definitely, of course, we let people come back when I'm saying when they got something new and something popping. And Bougie
absolutely.
Shona definitely got some new shit popping. So we going. So
But
yes,
you know
we gonna do
what,
that.
Queen, we should also have Africa on here. What do you think about that? So she could promote her business as well.
Oh yes, because my girl is she's a licensed esthetician now. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And
Hell yeah.
yes, she is
So proud of her.
definitely. It definitely has, what I'm saying, waxing skills and definitely has her license and is looking to upgrade her license so she could do other extra shit to charge more money to people because that's what it
Let's
is
go.
about.
That's
Hello, if you want to be juking up your face, she want to be the one to juke up your face for you. Yes, so she's gonna be
Pick
working
it
on
up, baby.
that.
Who I mean, what?
Yes, I could definitely have her on. Let me ask her because she usually is off on Sundays and Mondays. So that definitely be a possibility to have her on the show. Like, what's good, honey? Let's talk. You know what I mean?
Yes, and you know what? I
Focus.
really appreciate her because I was in New York, you know what I'm saying? She could have just had some time with her mama, but they invited me out to the beach and it was like the most freeing that I have felt in a long time. I didn't have no kids to watch.
Oh,
I
I'm glad you
I,
had a good time.
I had such a wonderful time and I really saw Africa in a light of, hey, that's another woman right there. Like, and also in a protective way, like that's my niece right there for real. Like I really feel that love for her and I want her to succeed. And I really just pray for her wellness. I think she's
Mhm.
a wonderful person. She has a lot of great values. She's about that money and she's about her shit. And so I think kudos to you, Queen, for being such a light for her. And I could tell like that y'all love each other so, so much. And you know, when motherfuckers is just not talking to each other, it's just beautiful to see those relationships just remain.
Word.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for seeing that. Definitely. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad
Oh,
that the
baby.
trip ended like how it was because, again, it was supposed to be that literally us going to the beach was just our reward for ourselves for all the hard work we did for pulling off the goddamn event in the first place. So, and plus, again, it was a way to celebrate your birthday. Why not go to at least be at one New York beach? Why not? And shit. And not only did we get to see fucking drama,
Yes.
not only did we get to see drama, but you know what I'm saying, you got to lay on the beach and you know what I'm saying, be a whole New Yorker. Like, come on now, it was cool as
Mm.
shit. So I
Oh
think
man.
my relationship with Africa now, I definitely love that how our relationship has developed is beautiful, and you know what I'm saying. And just like I said on Young Dad podcast, both of us said the same thing. Motherhood, like what? Fuck with any one of them. No,
I
not
mean,
one of them. No, try. Cause dead you are, go dead.
it's just better not to.
I mean,
Just
it's
honor
just,
them as the
just
queens and kings as they
I would
are.
just rather you not,
Yeah.
Don't, yeah. Like, I don't want you to play with nobody's kids, because nah. But don't play with, but especially not mine.
Because you have been warned, yeah.
You have been warned. Exactly. And that's one thing me and you agree on totally. Like, no fucking way.
Absolutely.
Ain't no fucking if,
Absolutely.
ass, no buts, or supposed about that. Mm-mm. No,
I
sir.
agree to that. And then I was gonna tell you something else about I don't know. I think my life is turning boring out here in Portland and low key.
Girl. I mean, Portland and Seattle. That's why I'm looking at. I like Portland. Portland got to be a lot like Seattle, and I'm good. Like I'm good. like New York City. Because again,
So much flavor.
because
So
again,
much.
even when I first moved to Seattle, I literally tried to do the same thing. Because again, the book that I got out now, it was not my first book. So of course I had books before. So
Mm.
that's what I would do in New York City when I first got my books. I would literally, sometimes I would get off work, I would have books in my bag, and I would get off work and pick a corner and just read aloud.
Dang.
This book is $15.
That's right.
This book is what? You know what I'm saying? And
That's right.
because New York City it's this is a place where people are used to that. You're not scared of seeing people selling shit on the street.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Seattle, oh no, you can't do that. People look at you like you must be a thief.
It'd be a bit
You
daunting.
must be some sort of criminal. And I will not speak to you. And that shit was like, oh hell no. And even when I went to book events and tried to sell books there, it was like the support wasn't as readily, out like a lot of the people that I bumped into today. One of the main words they kept saying to me is like, "I'm gonna support you because you clearly a sister trying to sell something that you made. So I'm gonna support you."
Not to
Again,
mention, you're not just
that's an
asking.
automatic in New York. You
I
feel me?
love that.
Seeing motherfuckers on the street. That's an automatic. If somebody walk up to you and buy your shit, nine times out of
That's
10 they look
love.
at you and telling you, "I'm gonna support you because I see you trying to do something with your shit."
Right. And you know what I was gonna say, Queen? You're offering something, you're offering a service, you're offering a product, a labor of love, if you will. Some motherfuckers just want $5 in the street, right? With all due respect. The other day, my son and I were coming back from the beach. Like we were looking for like a beach around here,
Oh,
and I found one, but it was like one of those fake ass beaches that's really where people go jet skiing and it's just dirty and shit.
oh,
And
hey,
just a lot of people live and camp there.
yeah.
So I didn't expect that. But anywho, as I'm coming back, like we have this little wagon and I'm pulling my son in it. Somebody comes right next to us and hands me like, he's like a couple of fives and some ones. He clearly thought that I was transient. And I was just like, thank you. Shit. Good looking out. So
Basically, like I ain't asked for this, but thanks for the blessing. Shit.
I appreciate it. Who am I to deny, Lord? And he was just like, oh, this is not much, but I hope it helps you. Well, great. I hope it helps me too. Shit, times is hard out here.
Exactly. I'm about to go buy something with this. Best believe what?
And I think like the old me, like maybe like 10 years ago, I'd be like appalled, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he thought. But it's like, man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? So I thank God for that. We had ourselves some little Wendy's and shit. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Girlfriend, let me tell you something. And I think that happens to damn near everybody because that happened. Something like that happened to me too. And this was when I'm talking about, like when Africa was like maybe 3 years old, 2, 3 years old. I literally had just bought her a pair of shoes from Payless when Payless was out here.
Oh, I love Payless.
Exactly. And I bought her a pair of shoes, and girl, and we walking on the train. I remember we was on 59th Street. We got off the train. We was about to catch, we got off the C. We was about to catch the A train. And literally, as she stepped off the train, because I shouldn't even have had her walking. I should have picked her ass up. No, because I had her walking, the shoe literally came off her foot and fell in between the train cars. Like literally fell down by it, like where, you know what I mean? Where the train tracks are at.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is so bullshit. And immediately I said to myself, okay, I just bought those shoes. I'm not going to walk away and leave them and leave her with the one pair. That's not going to happen.
Mm-mm.
And I looked around. I ain't see nobody that could help me go down there. So I was like, what? Man, listen. I literally put Africa in the chair. And Africa at that time, she would immediately, she would cry for no reason. So immediately, as soon as I put her in the chair, I was like, yo, stay right here. I'll be right back. As soon as I took one step, she's like, ah! I said, hey, didn't I just tell you to shut up? I will be back. I'm going to get your shoe. You need to be quiet and not make a scene. And she literally was like, I was like, yeah, whatever. So I literally, as soon as I jumped down to get the shoe, this old white lady came out of nowhere, was like, yo, what are you doing? You can't go down there. That's dangerous. Stop doing that. And I'm looking at the lady like, bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up. And then I had a little trouble trying to get back up on the fucking platform. So I was struggling. This chick is still talking shit. So I finally get up there. I put the shoe back on, and this old lady is like, she's just going off, and I'm just like, part of me just immediately wanted me to tell her, bitch, shut the fuck up and stay out of my fucking business. But literally, instead, what I did was I turned to her and told her, listen, check this out. I'm unemployed. I just spent my last $20 on those shoes. She hasn't worn those shoes not even 10 minutes. I have no money and I have no one to give me any money to replace those shoes. So I had no choice but to go down there and get her shoe. Mm-hmm. And immediately, as soon as I said that, yo, she went in her purse and pulled out $20 and was like, "Here." I was like, and she was just like, yo, and she was like, "Nah," she's like, "I understand, but no, don't do that again." And I looked at her $20. I said, "Thank you, shit."
Hey, thank you.
And then I put that shit in my pocket, and I was just like, "Yeah, okay." I'm glad I didn't cuss her out because I was about to really rip into her ass because she just kept yelling. Like, what are you doing? Why you and you left her by yourself? And I was just like, she got 2 more words before I cuss her. Right. But then I thought about it and I explained my situation. I literally told her the real, because it wasn't like I was lying. I was dead ass telling her the truth. Like, I just spent my last 20 on them shoes. I'm gonna walk away and leave shoes she just wore for 2 seconds? Nah. Especially when I ain't got no way to replace them. Nah, I went down there and got them shoes.
Doing what it takes.
The fuck? And she
And
literally, and so when she came out with that 20, I snatched that shit right out.
thank you. There's a solution.
Bitch.
There's a solution, not yo yakety yak. You feel me?
Fuck
Probably trying to
it.
understand why you went down there rather than just screaming at you. You think motherfuckers just want to go down there?
Like, you think I wanted to leave my child sitting there knowing that she gonna spaz out as soon as as soon as I spaz it, I said, hey,
Right.
you're making a scene. Nobody needs to know what we doing here. Shut up. You know what I'm saying?
I like that sense of understanding that was calm.
Word. Like, shut up. You know what I mean? You make a scene for no reason. Shut up. You know what I mean? And
Mama's
when I
doing what
tell
you
you
gotta
the old white
do.
woman came out of nowhere, I was just like, this bitch. Especially when I was struggling, I was like, you yelling, but you can't help me. You can't even help me up, bitch.
Lord have mercy. Seriously, that would, but I do commend her for doing what was right, really. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you can help. That was pretty fly.
You know?
Um,
And
dude,
like I said, my first move was to cuss her out because she
yeah.
kept
It's really none of her business at the end
was
of the
going.
day.
She was ongoing, and I literally was like, "Girl, you about to." But let me calmly explain to you before I give it to you, because if you keep yelling after I tell you, because if she would have started yelling after that, then it would have been like, "Oh no, now I'm gonna rip you a new one." Because I just explained to you what my situation was.
Yeah.
Old ass, white ass woman. Stop playing with me. You know
Real
what I'm
talk.
saying? You know what I mean? So no, you calm down just because you realize. Because as soon as I calmed down and told her, she was like, "Okay, yeah, that does make sense." In your situation, I would have did the same thing. You're right. Wait, a matter of fact, she even said something where you could have waited and got somebody from this, got somebody at work in the train station to go. Nah, fuck that. I ain't feel like doing all that. I went and got my shit and went and got my shit, put the shoe on her foot, and my train was coming, and I picked her ass up, and it was like, yeah, we not losing these shoes, y'all. We not losing these shoes, y'all.
I'm telling you, that is a beautiful, like, you should think of writing screenplays too, because I think there's a lot of boring shit, and you watch a lot of shit, and you a writer anyway. But I think you, even if you had like a team of screenwriters and like really come up with some funny ass shows, based off of just real life shit, it'd be hilarious.
Because the fuckery that is on TV that we paying for cable for is fuckery. You're right.
Girl.
No, because I look at my cable bill and I what I'm saying? I get vexed.
And the content, I mean, come on now, like we're more creative than that.
And the content is fuckery. Yes, indeed.
No, it's like, why do y'all have to make 4 things of every fucking thing? Why does everything have to be a remake of everything? Why can't you have an original thought?
No, and then we made remaking movies from back in the days that should have been, if you were gonna do remakes or fucking sequels, you should have been doing when the movie first came out. What?
Thank you.
What?
We regurgitating this shit. You know what I'm saying? And some things need to be left alone.
And the real deal is not everybody going to the movies no more. What happened? Because I'm gonna tell you, the last time I went to the movies was when fucking that movie Nope was out. That's the last time I went to the movie theater, and literally the reason why, especially because the movie theater we go to is a bougie one. We get a little bougie with the movie theater, so we like the movie theaters with the comfy couple seats that they got.
Well, that's how you should do it. Celebratory.
That's the bougie shit we pay for, so that's extra money. Not just watching the movie, you paying for other extra shit. So you know what I'm saying. So no, we can't go to the movies when you got nothing but fuckery ass movies out here. Because even the first time we went to that movie theater, me and husband decided, we was like, yo, if we come here and the movie is fuckery, we gonna go to sleep because they give us blankets and shit. I was like, no, because the seats laid back. Yo, I was like, we're not gonna want to be in here paying $25 a ticket plus $15 a drink. We both get 2 drinks each. We not gonna want to pay for that to come to be in here sleeping. We want to actually watch a movie, and the movie need to be good. You know what I mean?
And I don't know who I'm getting finger banged or I'm finger banging somebody for no $25 a seat. Shit, what the hell?
Well, I don't know if we don't get that much. Come on, because
I'm doing something in there, some strange for some change in there.
Because, I mean, even though the couple seats are comfy, you know what I'm saying? People can still see you. So you ain't going, you know what I'm saying? And the waiters is walking back and forth and shit. So somebody gonna see you, girl. Because remember, you ain't the only VIP with the bougie seat. You got at least 8 people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like little 8 little pods where it's just little 2 comfortable, where, you know what I'm saying, where it's just you and your, you know what I'm saying. You literally got to get the fuck up to look around even to see how many people in the theater. But
man,
definitely the waiters all walking around.
You know what? So I should make my own set of theaters. You know what I'm saying? For a hanky panky. You feel
there you go.
Thing.
There you go. Like when you fucking rich enough to book a theater, like only you come up in that bitch. Like yes, or be one of these rich motherfuckers that have a theater in their house.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
But like a theater party, you know what I'm saying? Like make it a special event type shit. But sky's the limit in terms of, how you execute that part.
So you saying you want to have a Diddy party?
Well, I was gonna say, Diddy ain't got nothing on what's gonna happen over here.
Oh, that would be crazy.
It's too soon for that joke.
Like we gonna have a better version of a Diddy party, not the strange rooms and shit. No, ain't gonna be none of that bullshit.
Hey, everyone's gonna consent. That should just kick everything down. Like consent is key. You feel me? And everyone's gonna sign NDAs.
And by the way, husband, I know you're going to be watching this episode. So while I did introduce the idea, I didn't say I would participate. No, sir. No, you did not hear me say I would participate. No, but I encourage the idea based on, I don't know, funds and shit.
She'll make sure that the funding is coming in.
The funding is coming in because we need live shows, and you know what I'm saying.
I'll host that part.
For the live show, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to pay us for a live show. However it work out, we're gonna have a live show. You know what I mean? But and I definitely did not say I would participate. Let the record show I did not say that. Because I realized as I was saying it, I was like, "Girl, what you doing? Real high today, girl. Stop."
There are pros and cons to having relationships, guys.
I'm just saying. I'm always respectful to the husband. I do know that he peeps out, episodes and whatnot. Yes, people watch us. People watch us. People, there are people, because shit, again, the numbers it's been telling us that people are watching. So you know what I mean? And because you are watching, we're gonna continue this. Yes, indeed.
All of y'all. And you know what? If my future husband is looking at this, then what is you doing?
Yes.
You
at? You know what I'm saying? Are you one of the people that's connected to the people that's connected to the people that's gonna get us on a live show so that we can get to your state where y'all could meet up? We gonna put this manifestation in the air that we gotta go to different states.
But exactly.
It's gotta start in the states before we go to countries, because you know what I'm saying, not everybody is friendly with weed outside of the United States. So it's got to start in the states first. You know what I'm saying? Especially the states that are real friendly with weed. You know what I'm saying? Not assholes about weed, but just friendly. Don't be trying to keep it all medical, because we can't come there if it's all medical. Like, nah.
don't feel like we would be limiting ourselves, because our culture and our community is recreational, it's healing, it's spiritual, all of that. It's medicinal too, but that's not the only reason why we partake, right?
Exactly. And the fact is that not everybody in our community, does goes all the way out to actually get medical cards. There are some of us that genuinely need this medicine and don't need no card to show it. Like
You
so
shouldn't.
we accept it all. So therefore, that's where we would need to be at. We would need to be at, that is a place that is very much accepting of us and our message, and definitely wants to be able to share their message with us, because that's one of the things this platform is about. It's about you coming to us and sharing a message that needs to be released out of your heart. All of us have a story, and certain things, when you release it out of your heart, it it enables you to be on the other side of whatever that thing is. If it's something that's hurting you, something that's bothering you, something that's keeping you in some place that you don't want to be, releasing that could help to get you on the other side. And we definitely have a platform to discuss that and let that happen. you
And
know Absolutely. We've been surprised by our guests plenty of times with their stories sometimes.
oh
You know,
yeah,
sometimes we knew in advance, but sometimes it was like, oh,
most of the times we don't. And we're learning just as
word.
much as you are and just as you are. It's like a first time for us as well. And
Mhm.
so I just want to thank all of our viewership, anyone who's ever participated in any way, anyone we've met in person. You guys are
Right.
such gems to us, and we celebrate with you. And we're so humbled to be able to embark on this 8th season.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a good one. 8 is my lucky number. So listen,
Oh, okay.
you feel
Cool.
me? I think it's gonna be good. I feel a good vibe, a good energy, and I have trust
Mhm.
in what we're doing. And I really love you so much, Queen. On or off air, it don't matter.
Exactly. Love you back, and love this entity that we created, and love that we have full 100%, 150, 200% belief in it. Like nothing is stopping this. Nothing.
Hi,
You feel
sweethearts in the back, acknowledging my queens in the back. Yeah,
me?
they know they mama, so they be doing their own thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I decided to go with a different angle. So, of course, people have to use the bathroom. Ain't no difference. People got to do what they do.
Do what they do. It's all
Yeah.
Jesus.
But this is definitely a good one. We can stop right here if you want. You know what I'm saying? If you got more to talk about, let's talk about it. But shit, I think this right here this is the kickoff. This is definitely
This
the
is
kickoff.
beautiful, and thank you so much, Queen, for all you do for us.
Of course, and shit. Thank you. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for you having the brilliant idea, we wouldn't even be here this time right now.
We all have brilliant ideas, but this actually, I would say, I think you would agree that it's bigger than the both of us at this point.
Word.
And
It definitely is.
it don't even matter who came up with the idea anymore, because it's like, although I do appreciate the acknowledgement, of course, it's just more of like, dang, look at how far it has become. Look how big and how wide,
Word.
majestic it is. And so that's
Exactly.
what I look at, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Word. Exactly. It definitely, the road has been fucking awesome though. You know what I mean? And shit, and we're gonna keep this going. Shit. And on this note, we can end it right here. Shit.
Okay.
Good.
Motherhood, sex,
Sex, marijuana
marijuana,
in
the
the
motherfucking
motherfucking
bill.
building. Season 8
Love
out
you.
the gate. Let's do it.
The
Yay.
gate.
Yay. All right. Cool. Yes, and we ending it here. Stop recording.